Hey everybody, I'm Janeshia. I'm here at FirstGlance Film Festival with Cameron Carr, straight from Harlem. How are you
That's
doing?
right. I'm great. Good to be here. Good to be on the West Coast.
Yes,
Yeah.
hell yeah. So we got to talk about Harlem Fragments. What was the inspiration behind it? Want to know all about it?
Yeah. It's a wild ride. It's an Afrofuturist drama sci-fi, so a lot of
Yes.
genre bending. But the main inspiration is based off of inspired by a true story from my own family. And so
Mm,
using that to pull in increments to talk about my experience and kind of what I went through, but also to have it be universally applicable to all the families out there, Black communities,
yes,
globally, families who are going through hardship and turmoil. So
yes.
yeah.
I love the genre bending, and it does relate, and anyone can relate to it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's important. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyone can relate. So, how was your casting process? Tell us about that.
yeah. For casting, I knew who the lead was going to be in terms of the parents.
So you knew
Um,
already.
yeah.
They
So I
were.
knew one of my closest collaborators, Roger Lawrence.
Shout out to Roger.
Shout out to Rod. He knows the process.
Yes.
But he actually, I told him about the project instantly, and I was thinking about someone who we had auditioned for a previous film that we had made together.
Okay.
And I asked him about, hey, like, because whoever is playing his wife needs to, keep that same energy and be
Yeah.
on the same level. And he told me that it's actually, really crazy that I was thinking about our actress who plays the mother, Clarissa Tabo,
Hmm.
because they had done a play together that was canceled in
Okay.
the pandemic, but their relationship in the play was was a couple with a lot of ups and downs, and that
Hmm.
was kind of the perfect chemistry that I needed for this project.
Yeah.
And then we went to actually casting services for the kids in the film, and they're incredibly talented. Kyle Keys,
Super talented.
TJ the lead. Yeah, he's a force and very new to the acting game, but he just
Not for
lights up.
long.
Not for long, exactly. I really wanted this to be his breakout.
Yeah.
As a 10-year-old Black kid to see himself on screen, and then also a superhero version of himself as well. And then Stella Coviello who's his sister, opposite lead on that film, and she's also just super talented and just bringing the force. So a really
Yeah.
rock star cast. And then I actually used my mom to play our grandmother.
Okay.
So
Wait.
yeah,
So okay.
a lot of crazy filmmaking.
Okay.
Yeah,
So once you solidified the parents, you
yeah.
were able to cast the kids, and then you're like, "Come on, mom, come on board, be
Yeah.
grandma."
It was kind of my sleeper, black ace
I
card in
love
the
it.
because
Yes.
I
Yes.
my mom was familiar with being on camera, growing up when she was modeling, and so I was trying to think about someone to cast who could emulate my grandmother, and
Yes.
the more and more as years go by, my mom really channels the essence of our grandmother Nana, so she was able to play that role, and I'm a big fan of really calculated crazy risks and kind of that
Yeah.
kind of relentlessly ambitious filmmaking.
I love it. Okay, so how was it directing your mom?
Oh, it was great.
So
It was
how
fun.
was she taking direction? Because
Oh yeah.
look,
You just got to make sure. I think that's a big thing for a lot of directing, right? You want to make sure that they're not getting into their head. So I think
yes.
for her, she really was nervous about this big opportunity of this film happening, and she doesn't
And
want to
my
mess up her
son is
part.
giving me the
Yeah,
direction.
well, she doesn't want to mess up her part, so she wants to be in her head. And so I just talked to her to get her comfortable with doing the scene. And by the end of the her coverage for the shoot, she was like, "What's next? What's next?" She wanted to
Yeah,
stay on and do some more. So I think she got the acting bug, and now she has the resume for that. So
totally. So do you feel like you want to add on to this or make what do they call them, like anthologies, or like
yeah. For me, this is like this is a proof of concept for a feature. So
okay,
what
that's
I'm
what you see where I'm getting at. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
So for me,
I
I
feel like
you
there's
know I
more.
yeah, absolutely. For me, I was tapped, fortunately, for Sundance Feature Labs Round Two to make a feature script out of this, and so now I've had it pretty much in development, and I'm trying to shop around because that's basically the end game, whether it's this year or next year,
Yes.
to make that feature version, because it's very much the feature script is fun because it expands on all of the craziness already so much, and then makes it really hit home in a lot of different angles. So it's fun.
Yeah. And my last question is, what made you gravitate towards First Glance?
Yeah. I mean, for me, again, this is my directorial debut, and so I have
Congratulations.
produced. Thank you. I've produced and assistant directed and executive produced, 5 films prior to this. But I was really curious about what film festivals are out there that were kind of, trying to do things differently, make a splash here and there. And so I was following FirstGlance's journey from Philly to here,
Yep.
and kind of just like the history that they've crafted over here. And so I was really interested in seeing what they're about. So that's why I'm on the ground now to kind of really see what FirstGlance is about. So it's been awesome.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I wish you nothing but the best. I love the Afrofuturism, the Afro
Yeah,
futurism.
you got it. You got
Yes,
it.
it's the
Absolutely.
tongue twister.
Yeah.
And the genre bending is like, I'm all here for that, and the hero and the superhero concept and all that. So, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I appreciate your questions on that. The last thing I'll say is that I think to that point of that tongue twister, Afrofuturism, drama, sci-fi, right? That is the reason why I want to deploy it, because you have so much fun and agency within the manipulation of time and space, and you can also get into these different worlds and make them that much bigger by being able to explore that with that imagination.
For sure. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Congratulations.
that. Thanks. Yeah. Stay tuned for Harlem Fragments.
Yeah.